Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another episode of Earthbound Randomizer. So today we got two challenges, or what I want to call it, 1.5 challenge. The reason why I say that is because one of them is easily avoidable, while the other one is actually more of a challenge, which would be right here, trying to run away from any enemies that we actually can. But at least in this episode we can actually use our PS moves and take poison stuff off like that, as opposed to try to rely on what items we actually have. But the other sort of challenge would be dropping any items that we get from inside like boxes and chests and stuff like that. The only exception to this though will be extremely rare items, which would be ones like the ultimate weapons that have like a 0.1% or something like that. Pretty much any percent it is that's like getting a icon on your team from any mystery dungeon games. So you know that if that's going to be the case, it's going to be a big owie. And okay, if we could auto fight and actually be able to use a PS move, we would actually be able to survive here. I'm so sorry, Alec and Holly. We're just trying to get out of this fight, but my goodness. And after 2 or 3 turns, we were finally able to run away. I don't know why it took that long to actually be able to get it up, but thankfully, we actually have Omar here that could revive Alec. Now it's time to just heal up. And in this casket, we got ourselves a magic tart inside, which means we will then go, and unfortunately, actually we do help. We'll do 20 PP, so we'll just give it a drop. I just wanted to know how much it would actually give us. That's just because it's an item. It's expensive, but it's not a rare item. We can actually go back over to the magic tart lady and get another tart. Now this one, I'm actually going to try to avoid enemies since we're doing pretty much just a pacifist episode anyways. So I'm going to try to just spawn as much enemies as possible. And it looks like there's actually 3 enemies up here. The question is what the enemies are going to actually be. So this is a uncertain Bow Wow. That honestly is a adorable name for him. And I know this one is actually a challenge that I was waiting for to hold for this episode, because I knew that most of these enemies are going to be a pain in the butt to try to run away from. Thank you for letting us just sweep by. So I'm guessing those hieroglyphs are actually paintings. I don't actually know what paintings are, but I guess we could have just targeted it to see what it actually was. I want to be a pig. If I could become a pig, I could get mushrooms called magic truffles, and they're located in a swamp, and they can be found in scent. You know pig's nose could be enough for a great truffle scent alone. We run into a mummy, which is actually going to be a dismalted vault. Now this is the one that took 5 years to run away from. And it took 6 turns to actually run away from them, which is crazy. And at least we could actually use moves, or not moves, we can at least eat the brain food and stuff like that we got. And Frost Knives with Wrath. I love it. I love how it's really just a moonside character over here. I also didn't heal Alex between then, so hopefully he doesn't get smacked by this thing and get KO'd, because I'm also trying to not to use any items or anything either. And now we just party about because we ended up running into one of those freaking zombie enemies again. So my goodness, this is exactly why I decided to do it today. But it hurt so much. And I'm back, and unfortunately not in one piece. But at least we were able to sneak up on these enemies this time, so hopefully that means we can actually run away. And unfortunately, Omar passed out. That means we don't have somebody that can actually revive us. So in this casket, we got ourselves a handpack strap, which we are promptly going to drop. And then ta-da, we got ourselves a protein drink, which we are also going to drop because we can't use any items in this episode. So, goodbye, little things. It was good to have you. And again, the only exception would be things that we get for, like, poo, because last episode we had actually gotten a Bracer of King, and I believe you can actually only get that, like, once. I'm not too sure. But also, if this thing ends up killing itself by using Thunder on Holly, then we're just going to ignore that and just keep going, because at that point, it wasn't us that actually defeated it, it was actually the enemy that did. And I really hate these things. I really hope that it gets hit by its own electricity. Just saying, it didn't hit anybody, and of course it targeted Rob, and then poor Holly is now just like sneezing away. And then we got another party wipe, so I think this is actually going to be the most amount of times that we actually get a party amount, or party wipe, not party amount, at all in this playthrough, which is interesting. But also one thing that I found really nice is that that hospital, that Saturn Valley hospital, heals everybody, like completely heals. Which I didn't realize last time we were actually over here, because I don't think we actually had anybody that was, like, knocked out by the time we got over to this place. But now hopefully we don't run into that little Mr. Saturn down below, which thankfully it's tight enough of a circle that wasn't the case. Now I find it interesting despite that Omar is the one that actually used the PS move, he's not the one that is the leader. So I wonder if that means he is actually guiding Alec on using his teleport? Who knows? Either way, we're gonna go back down these stairs and hope that there's not going to be another little hieroglyph. Or at least Zombo. I don't really know which one ends up being the one that we can't really run away from. And all the way down to the bottom of the stairs will be our boss. Okay. So this is the one that it's a rich ant? What is it rich of? Is it like rich, like ka-ching kind of like rich? Or is it like rich of flavor or what? Now we gotta use all our PS5 moves because, well, we couldn't last time, as well as the goods. This is also just because it just feels really good just to be able to use all these things because, my goodness, try to run away from enemies that want to keep us. Because the ones outside in the desert, sure, like, they'll allow us to run away, but these guys want to keep on. But also, speaking of enemies that are out in the desert, I actually found the enemy that is the bandit or assassin caterpillar. I don't really remember what the enemy is actually called, but it's actually an enemy that is, it has the Your Sanctuary sprite, and I snuck up behind it, so I never actually got to see what the sprite actually was. And this is vulnerable to fire, which is exactly why we are now using fire. It feels good to use the PS moves once again, because, yeah, it also feels good to actually attack as well. Makes it a whole lot easier to actually get through. Too bad we don't have his ultimate weapon, but it doesn't matter, because we defeated the boss! Wahaha! And got lots of level up. My goodness, congratulations Holly from leveling up, and I believe Omar as well, congratulations you two from leveling up. And now let's see what's in here. A bat and a box. And what would this bat be? Oh no, not another one of these, not another one of these guys. 4 times, and unfortunately, Alex is passing once again. Like, poor Alex seems to be the one that's getting targeted by these guys. But at least getting revived without a full party wipe will actually allow us to have our things aside. That's just a gold bracelet. We've found so many of those, I've bought so many of those. I don't really mind getting another one. But now back to the top. Okay, so poor Alex passed out once again, but at least Omar was able to revive them. And now we are down here, which there's something on the platform. Do you want to get it? We do. And this thing that's on the platform, this dude, is actually a Hawkeye. And now we got that, and we should probably heal poor Alec because he has a cold. And at some point, we really should call Alex's mom as well, because I don't know if he's gonna get homesick anytime soon or not. But man oh man, this challenge, despite it being really annoying because of these little dudes right here, this is actually a really fun challenge. So if you would like to see this challenge again, or any other challenges as well, just let me know, because, again, I want to incorporate them. I don't think I'm gonna do a challenge for like every single episode that we do, but we'll see, because they're fun to do. And just for trying to run away from 2 enemies, we got 2 party member wipe. But at least this isn't last episode where if we had actually gotten these 2 out, including Alec, we would just have a full party wipe and it would have ended really early on in the episode. Because last episode, the challenge was to try to survive without, losing any of the characters. And the only way to revive them last episode was really by going into your sanctuary. So there was that. And will this thing let poor Holly run away? Of course it won't. But on the plus side, at least if it's going to hit itself with thunder, or at least rather if it's going to hit Holly with thunder, it's just going to hit itself. Just like that. And will it KO it? It didn't hit anybody. Sadly, it didn't KO itself this time. And now poor Holly's just about to collapse from her cold because she can't heal herself. Because for whatever reason, this game just refuses to give her some PS heal moves. Now Holly is literally at 4 health and she's just about to pass out. But the question is, will she pass out from this hieroglyph right here? Or will she pass out from her cold? It'll honestly probably be from her cold. But let's see here. It suddenly couldn't move and 4 damage, and that is a collapsed Holly right there. So I think with that then, we shall leave it here. Because for you guys, it's probably going to be a rather quick episode. For me, it did take a while. Like, I don't even know how long it took because I did it in parts. Because, whoo-wee. But yes, anyways, in the next episode, we will actually be able to attack all these enemies. And I'm definitely going to be leveling up between episodes because goodness knows we probably won't need it considering how difficult it was going through there with just running away. But anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Slap the subscribe button. Double slap the subscribe button actually, or triple slap rather, because if you double slap it, I probably would unsubscribe and then resubscribe, but either way, it doesn't matter. Say something down in the comments down below because I love engaging with you guys. But here is a question of the day for you guys. Just a kind of a random one right at the end. I'll probably ask this in the next episode. But what is your favorite character in this game? Or to narrow it down for a quicker answer, what is your favorite party member? What do we just run into? Oh, well, we ran into an enemy. I see. It's like, what is happening there? I guess it was just going fast enough that it couldn't actually see us. Also, it's at the end of the episode. I could just attack them, but I don't really care. We're just going to try to run away because I want to go to Saturn Valley. But anyways, yeah, I just thought I would ask you guys that. And then, with that, we shall say peace.